Hey, so one of the things that I help people with in hypnotherapy is understanding why something is happening in the first place. That can look like a lot of different things. For some people, it's anxiety or overthinking. For others, it's a fear or a phobia that doesn't really make sense. Sometimes it's a pattern, like procrastinating or shutting down or feeling stuck. And sometimes it's just this underlying feeling of, I don't know why I keep reacting this way. And instead of trying to push through that or fix it on the surface, we slow it down and actually look at what's underneath it. One of the ways I do that is through something that I call the Inner Courtroom Method. And really, it's less about a courtroom and more about creating an inner sanctuary, a space where truth and clarity can come forward without all the noise, without all the pressure, because most of what we're experiencing day to day is happening on the surface. But the reason it's happening is usually deeper than that. And when we're in that deeper state, which is what hypnotherapy helps you access, you're able to see things in a way that is much more clear and much more honest without overthinking, overanalyzing, overjudging. So we start to explore things like, when did this first begin? What was going on at the time? What did you need in that moment that maybe you didn't receive? And also, what has this pattern or the action been trying to do for you? Because most of the time, these responses aren't random. They actually started as a form of protection. And when you can see that clearly, something shifts. You're not fighting yourself anymore. Things begin to soften. They start to release. And you naturally respond differently without having to force anything. So, whether someone is coming in with anxiety, a fear, a habit they want to change, an outdated belief, or just a sense that something feels off, this process helps bring clarity to it in a really grounded, supportive way. And honestly, I've found that when people feel safe enough to really look at something, that's when everything starts to change. If this is something you're curious about, I'm always happy to connect.